What's going on, everybody? How you doing? In today's video, we're checking out another Queen interview. This is from 1984, The Works interviews. This is taken from the Greatest Video Hits 2 compilation. We're going to be checking this out. If you're new here, please subscribe, check out my videos, all kinds of videos, reaction videos, bass videos, music videos. Check it out. I do donation requests. All that information is in the description. Check it out. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. Queen, The Works interviews. Bam.
After the, well, relatively an unsuccessful Hot Space album, there was a little bit of dissatisfaction there, and we toured, and we didn't enjoy it so much, and we decided to take a long time off, you know, and it was quite a long time before we actually went into the studio, which gave us all a chance to get a break from each other, and you know, for people to try other things as well. And it has resulted in, you know, like Brian doing some solo work, Roger doing another album, Freddie starting an album. And in the end, I think it was good for us as well. And now we're back together. I think we're more committed as a group.
Every album that's ever come out of Queen, we come up with a batch of songs, and we really pick best. And if I have songs that I feel are better than somebody else's, if I have 5 songs that are better than one of Roger's songs, I'll say we won't have his one song. Like, I remember that Roger actually wrote about 3 or 4 songs, and as far as I was concerned, some of them weren't good enough, and I just said, go back and write some more, and things like that. So I mean, but some, you know, then Roger will come up with something like Radio Gaga, and it's perfect.
My 2-year-old son was listening to the radio, and I thought it was all, he just said, oh, Radio Caca or something, and I had to agree. And in fact, we never changed the lyric.
Over the years, synthesizers changed and we changed, that's all I can say. And in the beginning, synthesizers were very mechanical, and you could put no emotion into them. But having seen people like Stevie Wonder who can make the synthesizers work the same as you can with voice or guitars, then we became converted.
Good.
We don't totally go over to synthesizers, but the synthesizers are there for certain things. And it's fun to use those things too. And a lot of the new album, The Works, is a synthesis of the two kinds, and almost a battle between the two kinds, a battle between the machines and the humans.
Yeah. It's like way more.
Because it used to be, you just used to make the record, but now you've got to make a mini film as well. And often it's more expensive.
Right.
Sometimes you don't really, you know, it doesn't always, a record doesn't always suit the visual medium.
Do you think it deprives the listener of some sense of imagination?
It can do in a way. That was something that Radio Gaga was about in a way. You used to just put your mind, you used to make your own pictures in your mind when you listen to something. But then, now, if there's the video, that you immediately think of those visual ideas that have already been thought of by somebody else.
It's a very important aspect of a group, really. I mean, their appearance as well as the music they play. And also, I mean, it's just we've all changed our looks as well over the years. So I don't know. It's something I don't tend to get involved in as much as the rest of the others, because we all have our different areas of things we get involved in.
But do you still get along with the love that Freddie seems to have of drag queens and transvestite and all that gets through in the video?
Jeez.
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, I mean, I forget. I mean, that was even on Want to Break Free, which was my song. I mean, I was very willing to go along. I forget. I think Roger had the idea at first, and it worked very well. So it's entertaining. I think it was very good, and we all had a lot of fun doing that one as well.
I was dying to dress up in drag, doesn't everybody? But it was just one of those things. In fact, it wasn't my idea at all. I'm sure everybody thinks it's my idea being outrageous.
Roger's, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, it came from Roger, and I was. And everybody thinks, I bet. In fact, they asked me, so how did you get the other 3 to get into it? In fact, they ran into their frocks quicker than anything. And I said, no, wait a minute, I was still wearing my high heels, and it was just one of those things. It was their idea, basically, and I said, yeah, let's have a go. And in fact, sometimes it's something that would have been so obvious for me to do, but because it was their idea, it came across that much better. I think if it was me that actually started, it would have been very hard for them to accept the role, and I don't think it would have come across.
Fred, it's true that the song I Want to Break Free is dedicated for the gay world?
No, not at all, not at all. That song, to start off with, that song was written by John Deacon, you know, and, well, he's a very happily married man, with about four children. I don't think where you got that message from. It's got nothing to do with gay people at all. It's basically about everybody. It's just somebody who has a very tough life and he just wants to break free from whatever problems he's got. It's got nothing to do with the gay thing. Besides, it's not my song anyway. John wrote it.
É verdade que a música I Want to Break Free é dedicada ao mundo gay?
What?
And I told you about that. See, I'm helping you out. Next question.
Has been the leader of the band. It's
I'm
difficult.
not the leader of the band, by the way.
No?
Yeah, everybody calls me the leader of the band. I'm just the lead singer.
Right, yeah.
And no, there's no such thing. But I'm not the general or anything. We're all four equal people, four members, and they seem to call me the leader of the band, but I'm just the lead vocalist.
Difícil, né, ser um líder do Queen, quer dizer, você tem problema de relacionamento com os quatro por ser o líder do grupo?
This
time, yes, I am the leader of the group, yes. My best song. Questions up. Basically, I mean, in terms of video now, I like to have fun in them, because I think if you do that, it comes across, and then, people can relate to that. And basically, it's just me having fun. And so I can't just sit in a chair and knit a blouse or whatever. I mean, it's just, I've got to go through all these horrible sort of scenes and things, which is what I'm all about. So, they're just, in a funny way, they're just parts of my life, so I'm just putting them in pictures.
Yeah, I felt silly and it was
like,
weird things to do, really. But
not sure what song that is.
I don't know. I think really with everybody making videos, I mean, you have to try something different as well. And Freddie had some strong ideas, and in the absence of any other really good ideas, then you go with it, really. And some of them work very well.
I think it's our style, if we do something, then we do it to excess and we do it as hard as we can do it. And yeah, it's very overblown, it's very over the top, but it's fun and we like it, that's the way we are.
I'm a true romantic, yeah, just like Rudolph Valentino. I like writing romantic songs. I've always written those, I mean, since the early days, since the first, second album. And I think I'll always write them because, I mean, they're sort of part of me, and that doesn't mean I only write those kind of songs. I like to write all kinds of different songs, but the romantic types will always be there.
Rock music is something different from anything else. It's not just people sitting playing and everyone closes their eyes, Rock music is the complete contact.
We're aware of the current trends and changes, and we write accordingly. I mean, Brian still, writes in a heavy mold or whatever, and I think we do between the four of us, I mean, we write very different songs, which is very good.
It's like boys with toys, because you have the opportunity to do whatever you want on that stage, and we have the best people, the best technicians, and we say we want this to happen here and this to happen there, and they say, okay, we find a way, and the people who built this rig are just so very clever, they make all this stuff, the lights and the special effects have never been seen before. Everything is built special, nothing that you can buy. And so they built the rig, which is kind of like a bird, I think, that can move its wings.
I think we've realised that working is a really important thing in your life. You can't just sit on this and do nothing. It's the worst thing possible.
Give it to me one more time!
Cool. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was way better than the previous one. Yeah, way better. Lots of cool stuff in there. A lot of the same stuff. So they took a break after Hot Space. So before the works. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so again, talking about music videos and just that kind of necessary evil kind of, because it seems like they're a little bit on the fence with it. It's way more expensive to make all these videos than the music itself, and it's a bigger production in that kind of way. And they came into this for music, not for videos, right? So that kind of makes sense that a band like them that came from the 70s would be apprehensive to, and even before, right, would be apprehensive to videos a little bit. And there's I mean, at least they seem to have a good attitude about it, of we just kind of go with it, right? And we have fun with it, and as long as we're having fun, that's the thing. Talking about the synthesizers, so this is 1984. This is, for the Rush people, right before Power Windows. Power Windows was 85. So this was Grace Under Pressure, right? Basically. And yeah, the clip that they played, that was like way more synth. Way more synths than other things, right? The drum sounds, the bass sound even a bit. And it took a minute for the guitar to come in. So yeah, there was all that. Yeah, these interviewers. I guess they had this song, So I Want to Break Free. I know the song. I've never seen the video before, so this is my first time seeing that it's like them in drag. And that would, I mean, if all you saw, if you never heard the song on the radio or on the record or any of that, and you just saw the video and heard the song from there, I guess I could see how you would just immediately think, oh, this is for like the gay community or for like drag queens or something like that, because of the image that they're putting out, right? It's like, okay, you have a bunch of guys dressed as women, you know, type of thing. It would make sense that you would think that, but he very quickly is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even write the song. The bass player did, and that guy's married with 4 kids. Yeah, you know, like, slow down. And I didn't even think of the video idea. The drummer did. The drummer did. I haven't seen a ton, you know, obviously I'm just delving into Queen right now, but just from the interviews that I've seen, it seems as though Roger Taylor wants to be a front guy. Kind of feels like Roger Taylor wants to be a front man a little bit, right? I mean, he writes and he sings, right? I don't know. It feels like there's a little bit of that kind of thing there where, you know, you don't get that at all from John Deacon, like at all. You don't even really get it from Brian May, but you kind of do from Roger Taylor. Isn't that interesting? Cool. And then they're talking about their stage show with the lights and the whole rig. That looks really cool. Yeah, how it's all just looks like it's like a dome over them, basically. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, this is a much better interview. Great stuff. Cool. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.